speaking of coffee, Americans drink an average of 3.1 cups of coffee a day. It's a huge part of our diet and, of course, the nation's economy. Joining us now is registered dietitian Tammy Famusa to talk about the health benefits of drinking coffee. We just heard one.
Yes.
Decaf coffee in the liver.
Right, so there's several. There's so many. What I want to clarify is people get confused because one year they say, oh, caffeine's really bad for you, and one year they say it's really good for you. The reason it's so diverse, I think, is because of our genes. We have genetics, and we have different lifestyles. You know, you might smoke, which I know you don't, and I might smoke, you know. So people that actually smoke actually have a better effect of the caffeine that they observe in their body. And actually 50% of adults drink, over the age of 18, drink 1 to 3 cups of coffee a day, which is staggering. I mean, it is a lot
of people.
It is a lot. And caffeine, and like John just said, the study I was going to talk about too is the same thing. They don't know exactly what the compound is, and you have to think caffeine is actually made of over 60 different plant extracts. So it's very interesting of all the different compounds that are actually in there. So pinpoint will be an interesting fact of how they find out which one is actually helping with the liver disease.
Sure. Absolutely. And then, so many people are using coffee as caffeine. I know we do, even here at the station.
Of course you do. Look at all these cups.
Yeah, we even have our coffees right here. We can cheers to ourselves here. But so if, you know, is tea better than coffee? What are some of the health benefits with tea as well?
You know, I think tea would be a whole different other story, but there is caffeine in tea too. And they're actually putting caffeine, if we're going to the caffeine segments here, caffeine is actually they're putting it in foods now too to have a stimulation in foods, jelly beans and things like that. So tea has different properties and a whole different component to it with the herbals and the green and the black tea and the oolong and everything that goes with that. So, but I do think if you're just talking about caffeine, I think the caffeine benefits, depending on what it is, would still be beneficial to the liver as well, or to decreasing diabetes and cardiovascular disease as well in the tea compounds.
Okay, so very useful information there. And it's nice to hear, you know, our cup of joe isn't that bad for us.
No, it's really not. Now, who knows what they'll say tomorrow, but today it's still
Today it's okay.
It's
so tomorrow morning, you can have your cup of coffee.
Keep drinking coffee.
All right, Tammy Famusa, registered dietitian, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We'll have a final check of your forecast right after the break.